Yo, yo, yo. How y'all doing, Wolfpack? Stackers, how y'all doing this Friday? Hope y'all made some cash today. Hope you didn't get hit with FOMO and didn't flinch at the draw. All right, so what we doing this Friday for any newcomers, we go over the charts. We get weekly confirmations, daily confirmations, and so forth. And then I'll review those charts for the upcoming week. If you here, make sure you hit that like button. Share the stream to somebody who wants to learn about trading. And now we can begin. All right, so for the first ticker I'm gonna do, it's gonna be SPY, the overall market. Oh, and first off, hey everybody, how you doing, Maribel, Crystal, Miss At The Money, Wolf, is it At The Money or ATM? I don't know which one. Pretty Hustle, The Twist, Misha, G Mill, and Jordan. How y'all doing, man? All right, what's this? What is that market? All right, so looking at SPY on the month, we already looking good on this month so far. We had a slight little pullback that tried to, scare everybody, but it never broke under the WTMA on the monthly time frame. So we looking good right now, especially off of this, pullback 2 months ago. So we're looking pretty good on this week. We have the third floating candle that closed above the WTMA cloud and the 12 with good volume. There's a good amount of volume on this candle. Overall up action. So what you want to do here is get some Fibonacci's on so you can see the forward movement. This is what impressed me about SPY. We got a 2-week inverse arc confirmation that closed today. So we got this breaker structure right here, no pullback, and just straight bullish action off of, I guess it's a slight pullback to this fair value gap and straight bullish action. In this 2 weeks, we went up $23.68 on SPY. That's almost this whole ATR. Danny, how you doing? Then on the day, floating candles, nothing too special, but definitely use those Fibonacci's, the fib retracement and fib extensions to get your next set of levels on SPY. Next, we're gonna go to the Dow Jones. Looking at them on the month, they look pretty good. They're trying to reclaim the WTMA right now. This is the laggard out of the 3 indexes. So SPY and IWM are leading right now, and Dow Jones is trailing behind. Looking at the 2-week, we are about to have an inverse arc on Dow Jones. So they look pretty good for now. We just need a 2-week candle to close, confirming this inverse arc, and we're gonna be in pretty good shape. Looking at a week, we got a weekly time frame trigger above 505.30. So we need to close a weekly candle above that level to go higher. And then we got a little consolidation action. It ain't too bad on Dow. There's some heavyweight stocks in there. SLC, how you doing? All right, and here go my favorite one right here. IWM. They say it moves a little too slow. So looking at the monthly time frame, we close, right now we're currently above a weekly liquidity level. And it looks like it's wanting to start to sweep. It does, man. All you gotta do is load 10. That's it. You get 10, you ain't gotta spend nothing but $500 to get like 10 of those, and them things fly. You got so this is what I was looking for 2 weeks ago. So we got a fresh breaker structure 2 weeks ago. And then we got this retest at this breaker structure level. That's how I knew we were gonna go up. As soon as we wicked off of it, I already knew to load the boat on IWM. I'm actually gonna walk through a pending trade that I'm already in for the IWM channel that I was in earlier. I'm so used to the Q's fly, man. Yeah, see, yeah, because the Q's fly. This only moves $15 in 2 weeks. But if you load the boat, well, I ain't gonna say load the boat. If you get a moderate amount of contracts, it's gonna move. How long is this song? This thing, man, hold on, let me change this. Man, this thing been playing 12 minutes, man. Sheesh. Feel like I've been playing a race car game. All right. All right, here we go. So looking at the week. All right, so here go that breaker structure right here in the retest off of this fair value gap that I mentioned last week. Now, you know, we're closing above this weekly liquidity level that I marked out. So we're looking pretty good heading into this daily liquidity level, aka a fib. All right, so what I'm gonna do is go to the 15-minute time frame on today. I executed a swing trade on the 5-minute, but I saw the pattern on the 15-minute. All right, so I entered the trade at 11:58 a.m. for 8 IWMs, 285 calls for next Friday, May 15th. So this is the candle right here that I entered on. So you already see we had a breaker structure right here. So if I drop down to the 5, you might see it a little bit clearer. Let's see. 11, let's see. Let me make sure. Did I say 11:48 or 12:58? 12, let me see. 11:58. Okay, so it was this candle. Oh, off of the sweep candle. Okay, there we go. I was like, wait a minute. Yeah, right here. We were sweeping off of the, it was the 10-minute actually. So what I was looking for, what I saw on a 10-minute time frame, we had a fresh breaker structure. We had a try to push up, and then we had a slight pullback right into this order block because of this breaker structure just occurred. Once I saw us start, you know, weaken at the bottom of this, that is when I entered my trade, because right here we have another order block, and then we have the 200 right under us. So I got an ample amount of support. So that's why I entered my 8 calls at, and you can see since I got in, it actually went up $1.68, 3 cents away from my in the money. And it was up like $600 within this short amount of time right here. So that's about what, how many candles? 70 minutes. So an hour and some change. So it was it was a pretty good trade, but I'm swinging it because I know it got a little more juice in it. I trade IWM pretty often. So I hope Jose is in here so he can hear that, because he definitely asked me while I was on my way home, how did I enter that trade and why did I enter that trade? All right, next we're gonna look at S5th. So this is kind of worrisome because, you know, we're at all-time highs and most of the S&P 500 are not above their 200 on the daily time frame. So I mean, we're definitely arcing down, but we're holding this historical support right here at around $53. So I mean, I guess if this level holds and we start to bounce here, you know, the market will even look more bullish. Actually, to get a clear picture, we're gonna look at my AKA market rotation heat map. So this is based off of Sean's indicator, the market sector rotation down here. So what I do is I do this so I can get an actual visual of what those ETFs look like. So you see tech over here is just like a raging bull right now. We got communications, they got a fresh inverse. almost a sweep. Well, actually, it probably was a sweep on like the daily time frame right here. And then a pullback and a 12 reclaim. We got biotech looking good. Got a fresh pullback on that one and a pop back up. We got industrial still bullish. Material still bullish. This is probably gonna make the biggest move soon. Healthcare, we're sweeping off the 200 right now on a weekly. Energy and utilities is looking real grim for those two sectors right now, as this war tension is starting to ease up, but it feels like every week we get a brand new story that somebody retaliated to somebody else. And then consumer discretionary, that's your Walmart, Target, Costco, those kind of tickers right there. So we look like we're kind of flagging on one of the smaller time frames. Let me just make sure. Yeah, on the 4 hour, we're kind of flagging right here. So I'm expecting a pop up around 125 and a sweep. And I leave like 3 of them off if they like lagging too bad. I missed which one you said, probably breaking out in the sectors. Which one I say? Oh, materials. Materials are compressing. So that's XLB. Yeah, materials look like they're building up for a pretty good move. But I wouldn't sleep on healthcare, XLV, because they look like they're going to sweep off the 200. All right, we're going to go ahead and move to VIX. VIX is stable. It only went up 11 cents today. I mean, I'll take it. We're definitely sitting on a huge demand area, a swing order block. So, protect the portfolios. If you're going to have some stop loss, make sure those stop losses are in profit. Because at any given moment, some kind of crazy news, like we always have on like a random Thursday, pops up, drops down the market, makes everybody, panic sell, and then they get stopped out. And then next thing you know, the next day we rip up to new highs. Looking at the day, still bearish on the day. And I believe we deleted the order block about a week ago. We're looking pretty good on VIX so far. And even yesterday, VIX was down and the market went down. So talk about a divergence. UNH was making a little move today. All right, we're going to start moving into equities. All right, so TSM, super bullish. Still like this chart. I actually reused this one from last week. So last week, this is what I was looking at, and it still holds true. So remember, I said we had a fresh breaker structure the week prior, and then we gapped up, which was insane. That was the insane gap up, and then we came right back down to retest this breaker structure level and pop right back up. And we even retested it again this week, closing, above this breaker structure level. Only thing that worries me that we closed inside of this last week candle, but I mean, it is what it is. We just play it chart by chart, day by day. Got a sweep on the day, right off the 12. So I mean, we still holding the WTMA pretty decent. But they go that breaker structure again. So they closed 2 days ago and then 2 pullbacks back to back. So we definitely need to reclaim this high level of this 2-day Wednesday candle at 419.70 to go a little higher. Nvidia was making insane moves this week. So right now the monthly is currently over it's making a breaker structure right now. So we just need to close this candle to look even better, in my opinion. But we did close this 2-week candle, this key level above 212 on Nvidia. So that was the key breakout level that we needed for Nvidia to go a little higher. So what I'm expecting now is probably on the 2-week time frame, You know, we open up right here. We pull right back to this 212 again. Once we hold that level, that's when NVIDIA is going to make its real move and probably try to catch up to AMD. Honestly, I talked to Sean about this, and he like, hey man, NVIDIA probably gonna catch AMD, and I was like, man, dude, AMD like 400, bro. He's like, I'm telling you, watch. So be on standby on NVIDIA. Weekly looks good. Same conditions. We still closed above, hitting this trigger right here. Insider alert. Yeah, I know, right? That dude must know something. I don't know, man. We got a fresh daily inverse arc. So just to piece it all together, you already see that this trigger right here on the daily. So in the daily, you can see it just a little more clear. So you have this trigger right here. You have this crazy pullback, consolidation, breaker structure right here. Well, change of character, pull back to historical support, and to this change of characters line, that level right there, and then a rip up. So NVIDIA is looking pretty good. Tammy. So NVIDIA gonna go crazy after earnings. Ooh, I didn't even realize they had it. Well, I mean, ooh, my contract out to June, so I'm just gonna hedge mine. Yeah, I'm gonna hedge mine because I got it till June. I got a pretty good price on mine, and mine's up. So yeah, I'm gonna be swinging this one and just hedge it with some puts. But if they gap up, they definitely gonna try to catch AMD. So I wouldn't be surprised. Creole, I still like this chart. Currently in an inverse arc on the monthly time frame. The weekly close as a level 3 candle, but it is a doji, but level 3 nonetheless. And try to go to 3A. Here we go. So right here, all right, so I look for this pattern a lot. So this is the pattern that I recognize the most, and I'll be like, man, these patterns make, you know, the biggest moves. So what you do is you see this trigger right here. You always get this fresh change of character or break of structure, a pull back immediately, making the inverse arc, well, a bearish arc down, and then price rips back up so fast that you have a tight woven inverse arc right after a bearish arc. So I'm expecting Creole to make a pretty big move. It definitely needs to close above 215 to just go parabolic at this point. Let me look on the week to see. Okay, yeah. So on the week, we have the 12 piercing the bottom of the WTMA cloud right now. So all it has to do is pierce the other side of it, and it's gonna go crazy. ACAM? Okay, let me look. Actually, I'm gonna look at it now. What was it daily looking like? Oh, I just said that one. Boom. Let's look at ACAM. Yeah. Ooh. And it broke out of a rectangle. Oh man, that's good. Did you trade this, Brown Wolf? Man, this thing, okay. All right, so looking at the month, this thing is already up 44 bucks. Apologies, 44 bucks. And the ATR is 17 bucks. So this thing is, whoa. It's definitely expanded. Looking at the 2 week, basically you just had this change of character with a pullback and then pop right back up. That is decent. Fresh breaker structure. It's just, man, okay. Breaker structure, pull back, change of character again. So now you looking at all-time highs and nothing but blue skies. Okay. Ooh, that gap up is crazy. Kevin Ivey, how you doing? Bro, Anthropic about to take over the game. I just want y'all to know that. 3-day looks exquisite. So breaker structure, floating candle like crazy. Oh man, did they have earnings today? Yesterday. Golly. Yep, so get your fibs out. So what you want to do right here, right? So say for instance, you don't know where these levels are gonna go. First, you do the fib extensions, or you can use the fib and fib, and then it'll tell you your intraday levels right here. So this is the indicator that I made. So it'll literally give you the intraday level. So if I go to the, let's see, 15. Let's see. And then back up right here. I'm just gonna play this. I'm gonna play this out. It's gonna be the impromptu demonstration. So it adjusts itself dynamically, so you don't have to keep flickering through time frames. So long as it's in a major fib, these micro fibs will stay the same, and once it breaks a bigger time frame, that's when they move again. Because for some reason, price action respects the hell out of fibs, and I like it, especially since I created it. So shout out to Sean for inspiring that creative, spark. You know what I'm saying? So that's that. Look, it's wicking right off of a fib right now. So little neat little tool. I need to use it more though. So what I'm expecting ACAM to do is come down to this breaker structure or change a character level, and then AKA, oh man, see, here go the confluence right here. So look at this right here. Dang, Brown Wolf got me cooking now, man. All right, so right here at this level, you got the trigger, which I already fired. You got a pop-up, and it's coming back down to this same level and the WTMA level. So actually, I will move that up right here, and it already wicked off the WTMA liquidity level. So you got the trigger, the WTMA, this area, you got a fair value gap, you got the 12, and you got the WTMA cloud. So right here, this area is the point of interest right here. This area, it has everything you need. You got a fair value gap, WTMA cloud, 12 cloud, trigger, and WTMA liquidity. That's more than enough confluence to take a trade. All right, boom. Let me erase that. Yeah, I'm gonna add ACAM to my list. That looks decent. All right, Creole. How do I change the line colors? Mine is black and I can't see what they say. Ooh, I did that so long ago. Let me see. Oh, you go down to the, I think it's the, yeah, right here. The under the shift labels only, you change those and then it'll change the color. See, that's why you gotta put your input. I wouldn't have known that. I know Fisherman, he was like, hey man, you need to make these colors optional, because I trade on a white chart, and I was like, man, I didn't even think about that. Wanna be a wolf, how you doing? You ain't missed too much. Only went over like what, 3 tickers, and I just went over like the overall market. All right, so A-Lab. So A-Lab is currently pulling back on a monthly time frame, but it is on a fair value gap. So I mean, so you got a breaker structure, liquidity sweep up here on this, probably an extension. Let's see. Oh, not on the extension. I don't know why they picked that level. It might have been like not a psychological level. Not sure. Oh, take the fibs off. Take the fibs off. All right, the weekly. We just got this change care. So the weekly is the time frame that intrigues me about A-Lab. So you got this good run up off of this trend line pop, buy signal, change your character, close above it, breaks the trend line, and then immediately pull back to the WTMA cloud and start eating at this fair value gap. And then it rejected, closing above the change of character line. And then it did the same thing this week, but on a buy side liquidity, which correlates with the WTMA. So everything on the wolf chart is useful. So, all right, so looking at the daily, so there go that sweep right here. So that happened 2 days ago. Now we coming down. We got a flat WTMA and it's arcing down. So we did wick off the 12 right here, right off of this demand zone. So basically what we need to look for is probably a 1 to 2 hour inverse arc. Oh, what do you know? Because wait, let me go back. I'm gonna do this because this is how I train people right here. All right, so you see this order block. You're gonna go to the 2 hour. You already see, you see that full order block pop, like literally touched it to the cent and then pop right back up. But so you see we're about to arc on the 2 hour, and you already know now that we arced on the 1 hour. And look at that, now you have this order block, so you would just extend that up, boom. So now you got your confirmation with your, well, you got a 12 reclaim on the 1 hour already. So with another hourly candle that floats, that will be your confirmation to play it up to 214 for the sweep. You take your profits, let it come back down or consolidate. And then once it breaks this 214.30 level, you get back in, and then you play the sweep to 231. So yeah. Or this WTMA, which is 219. Definitely need to break that to go to 231. So that what intrigues me about A-Lab. And A-Lab definitely moves this entire ATR like twice within a day. So day trade this thing, please. Oh man, this one about to go crazy. All right, Intel, it's going up after hours. Like what news we got now? So Intel, crazy 2 months. Looks like nothing is stopping it. They just got to deal with Apple, which is insane. Oh, what did Hockey try to say? He got retracted. What did you try to say, man? You got to put a PG-13 in there, man. You can't be coming in here cussing, man. All right, so looking at the 2 month, last month it went up $50, which was like double its actual price that it was already at. And now it's already up $30 with an aggressive move. You can see the weekly candles. Definitely want to get your fibs out for this. Sheesh. It's just stair-stepping at this point. And you will see what I mean by stair-stepping when I drop down to a lower time frame. Let's drop to the 2. Yep, there it is, right there. I'm gonna put a parallel channel just so you can see what I see when I look at Intel. Boom, and I'm gonna put that one down now, just so if it does, sweep more aggressively, it'll drop down. It'll drop down to here, like if it, if it consolidates, it'll come down here to this VRVP level, then pop back up. So then I'm gonna move this one up too. Put it right there. All right, so now this is how I look at charts most of the time. All right, so you can clearly see that's in a parallel channel upward. So now you got these micro levels that's inside of this channel as support and resistance. So every time you get near one of them, it rejects, consolidates, pop back up, rejects, consolidates, pop up, consolidates, pop up, consolidate. So now that's what I mean by stair stepping. So right here, if it pops up, it's probably gonna hit this level, consolidate a little bit till it hit, this one, and then pop back up. Dang, a smiley face, that's insane. YouTube is too restrictive. I was gonna stream on Twitch, but nah. I don't really like that platform no more. All right, so that's what I mean by stair stepping. Yeah, Intel, super bullish. I thought 100 was gonna be, the end all be all, but the more business they keep getting, the more this thing can just rip. So pretty soon this thing will be at like 200 before we know it. Facts. Facts. All right, here go Nokia or Nokia. I only looked at this on a leap opportunity because you can see the monthly, the upper band of the monthly is at $64, with the first resistance being at 40 on the monthly time frame. I believe the smallest time frame that had resistance was the daily at around 25 when I looked at it. But I purchased 3 leaps off of these like last week, like before this pop. All right, here we go. Oh, there go a weekly win. Okay, so definitely gonna play that. Well, it's for 2028. I'm not even gonna worry about a sweep, but it's definitely gonna sweep at around 1650, and then probably consolidate a pullback, and then keep going. But after that 1660, you're looking at clear blue skies for a while. And I want to say they did a deal with somebody. Let me make sure. Oh, Lockheed. So anything dealing with the military is probably gonna go up anyway. Daily chart is inside the 12 and the WTMA for now. We got a slight pullback for 3 days, but that ain't nothing. For 2028, those leap contracts are like $350. So it's not that crazy. All right, Roku. I called this one out last week. I don't think I did it on this Friday, but I think I did it midweek. So looking at the monthly on Roku, you can clearly see there's nothing impeding it. We just got a fresh break of structure too, off of the candle we're currently on now. So we just need to close this month above that break of structure level, and then that break of structure will be valid. All right, now, here we go. So last week, this is what I called out last week. I think I posted the actual chart. Oh, what you want it on the monthly time frame? Because the VRVP nodes are probably non-existent. So I'm gonna put it close as possible so it can capture everything, even the stuff behind it. VRVP ain't even showing up. Oh, there we go. That's the VRVP. Yeah. Man, that joint is going to go. So yeah, looking at the weekly, I posted this chart in the Discord. This was my thesis on Roku. So we had this trigger, a weekly trigger that already triggered. Well, it was about to trigger, but it didn't. Oh, actually it did. It triggered, it pulled back slightly, but now we got this change of character off of this candle that closed last week with the pullback already in with the close. So it already was the pullback was already incorporated into the change of character. So I was like, hey, look at Roku above 129, and no, it was 127. Now it's at 129.53. So with a lot of room to go, I'm gonna flip through all the time frames. So I would anticipate the sweep at 140. Get out, get your profits. or don't flinch at the drawdown and then keep riding it up, because after that, I mean, we got a daily trigger above 140. I say 140, 140-ish, and then after that, we could just run up to 175 to 180, and it's gonna move fast because Roku is one of the. I remember trading Roku back here, trying to catch the move and not knowing even how to trade. So yeah. Definitely do a top down on Roku. I already got a trade plan out on them. I believe it said TP1 already. I believe so. RGTI. So the monthly don't look good. I'm not going to lie. However, I mean, it is fairly new. So, I mean, you don't really have that much data to work off of. The 2 week is about to arc. We just closed above. Is that above? Yep. We did reclaim the 12, barely. And then the weekly, this is what I saw last week when we closed right above the 12. So we had this crazy move up, a pullback, and I'm like, man, a retest off the WTMA would be pretty good for RGTI, especially, with this AI boom. Now we're moving into more CPU AI stocks versus GPUs. Looking at the 3-day fair value gap retest, basically, we did get a pullback off this change of character right into the 200, popped right back up, swept at the top. That's probably on like the 4-hour or the daily, and then right back to this WTMA on the 3-day. Yep, they go to sweep right here on the daily time frame with the pullback. So looking at RGTI, I would say the trigger is, let me check the 2-day. Yep, the daily. It's a daily candle closing above $20.17, but you are going to have to fight within this 200. So I would wait till it cleared to 200. But the A plus trade is above $30, and then after that, it's off. It's smooth selling. I'm doing air quotes. So all right, BE pulling back a little bit this month. I know it went crazy in the last week of last month, so I already know what this stock can do. So right now we're just retesting the fair value gap, currently inside the last month candle. Looking at the week, I mean, it definitely needed a pullback. So break of structure, pop. It didn't even really pull back. Like, it pulled back within that same candle and then kept going. So that last week was a $59 move. So I definitely had this on my last week watch list as well. And I'm pretty sure before that too. I think I've been saying BE for forever. But so now we got this smooth little pullback, looking pretty decent. On the 3-day, we're bouncing off a fair value gap and the WTMA signal line. So we're looking pretty good. It looks like it's want to stair step up. I mean, this is not like a crazy drop. It's kind of controlled, but it does say aggressive right here. So, I mean, I don't know. With a bearish fair value gap. So we definitely need to eliminate that bearish fair value gap at around 282 to go higher. Let me see. Oh, it looks like we coming down a sweep right here. We might pop back up right here, but I mean, that's so close to this bullish order block. So we might just sweep at 225 and then pop back up for a refreshed move. I'm pretty sure people are going to take their profits on those parabolic moves that BE been making lately. Next ticker is LOGI. Now, I know that our mentor been saying something about software a lot. I saw this on a screener. I forgot which screener I was looking at, but I saw it last week on the weekly. It couldn't have been the weekly. I'm not sure what time frame it was. Oh, right here. I seen it on a 2-week. It was about to arc right here. It was like literally like almost curving up. And I was like, man, that looks good. So I dropped down to the week and I saw we was bouncing off of the 200 and just consolidating. So I was waiting on just a pop up. It already did the pop up, did a pullback, and then closed green, reclaiming its 12. So I've been stalking this one since. It popped up $6 today, and this week it went up $9.90. So Logi looking pretty good, and we closed above the WTMA liquidity level, looking pretty good. Let's see what those VRVP looking at. Let's see. So right here is a high concentrated area. So if we break above this 109, 110 area, you know, the VRVP tapes off until about 120, where you see a high node area. And look where that correlates to. So it's not a coincidence. WTMA, the last high we had, VRVP nodes. So expect a rejection there first for, you know, to consolidate and then make the move higher to about 140, 135. Software is making a comeback. Yep, there goes the week again. And then here's the daily. All right, here we go. So we got a clear cup and handle type breakout move. So we got a pullback, boom, breaker structure with a crazy Marabazu daily candle. And then we gap down, drop all the way down. WTMA liquidity sweep right here. It's crazy how this chart like correlates everything. WTMA liquidity level, historical support right here on the daily time frame, and literally wicked all the way back up from $97 all the way back up to 103. That's crazy. And then, you know, gap up, pull back, same level as this breakout, and then gap up again. So I mean, that's like 3 or 4 trades right there on Logitech. AVGO currently got a floater on the monthly time frame. Nothing really to say about that. It's way too early in the month to even call that candle. All right, so the weekly is what I look at for AVGO and TSM. They basically had the same setup. So you got the last high, pull back, accelerated move up, change of character, pull back into a fair value gap, close above that change of character, and we wicked right back into it again. I don't know what institutions thought, you know, people were going to do with AVGO. I guess they thought people was going to sell out, but bought it right back up, closing above the last high, basically for a continuation move. So I'm pretty sure AVGO and TSM could make those type of moves that MU and STX and WDC makes if they get a decent amount of news their way. If they contribute to any of the chip shortage, they're going to skyrocket and go parabolic. So remember I said that. So on the daily, we're consolidating. That's fine. So, okay, quiz time. What does a flat WTMA indicate? Or what does a flat WTMA leads into? I say it like that. And no, Manny, you can't answer. Nope. Bro, how do you all right, well, okay, Manny got it right. But Manny already got access. Manny already got access. Real already got access. Pretty Hustle, I'm gonna add you into the premium room. Tammy and Miss ATM Wolf, all three of y'all, all three of y'all, as a native from New Orleans, from Pretty Hustle's place, would say all three of y'all get premium access. So I think all of y'all already in my Discord server. But anyway, yeah, I'll be calling out triggers left and right in there. All right, so yeah, AVGO is sizing up for a big move, either up or down. But I mean, we are above the 12, so I mean, I guess they tried to. You heard? You understand me? So right now, I guess they tried to fake out everybody with that drop down yesterday, and then, you know, they caused people to become liquidity and popped it right back up today. So I wonder what's the swing of that move. 406 to 430 is crazy. Let me look at that on like the 2 hour. Do you see this? Like you fake out this many people, and then you hit them up across the head for $27.50 in 4 2-hour candles in an 8-hour period. You do that to people? Oh my God. Yeah. That's crazy. But yeah, AVGO looks good to me. Black WTMA is definitely pinning that big move. All right, moving on to GLW, still one of my favorite tickers. You can see on the month, extremely bullish. On the weekly, extremely bullish. Breaker structure consolidated, but never went under, closed under it. Pop up. Now you got a real pullback to the 12 cloud, which correlates to the top of this candle, which was a previous. Well, I want to say a previous high, but this would be the previous high. So I'm pretty sure this correlates with some important level on one of those other time frames. Let's see. Oh, right here. Yep. That's crazy. Breaker structure level. There it is. So, all right. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this. I'm just gonna do that and then go back to the week. So look at that. And then extend it all the way out. Bam. So once you start seeing stuff like this, man, it's crazy. So yeah, GLW looks pretty good. I do not like this daily candle that it printed today. Usually those signify top, but I mean, we just gotta play it day by day. Because it was ripping up like crazy, and then it just pulled back to oblivion. Let's see what it actually did. Sweet. So on the hour, let's clear out these indicators again. Just gonna take out levels. Here you go. So this is another instance I would do that same technique. Uh-oh. And I want to extend that all the way out. Let's see. Might do that right there. All right, there we go. So still up in the channel on the 2 hour. You can see it, well, on the 1 hour. You can see it a little clearer on the 1 hour. You can see what the candles do hour by hour. So this is the base. Pop up. Rejected by this micro channel. Pop down. Consolidate. Pop up. Sweep. Trigger. Then come back. Consolidate again. So it's all consolidation for like 2 or 3 days. And then major move, I don't even know what news. Oh, Nvidia bought like $16 billion in something for GLW, and they popped up like crazy, prompting this trigger to go off, and then another consolidation move, a pop up this morning, and then, you know, a pullback right into this channel. So it might consolidate just a little more and then pop up the same way, make a new high, and then come right back down to retest this previous high that we just made. Oh, my indicators won't load. Oh no. Oh, there we go. All right, Circle. Ain't Circle up $2 right now. So Circle ain't been on the market too long. Since June. Let's see what the 2 week look like. Oh, 2 week. Well, we reclaimed the 12 on the 2 week. That's good. All right, the 1 week is starting to arc down, but I mean, what I'm looking at is more of the candlesticks. So you got this change of character with a rip up and then a pullback, retesting this change of character level, and then an immediate pop up off of this sweep from last week. And then we're starting to sweep this week. Well, we started to sweep this week. 3 day, fresh inverse arc, floating candle, 2 floating candles, weak off of a downward rejection. But you can see that this pullback was created by this WTMA liquidity level. So Circle is looking pretty good so far. Looking at the daily. So you're definitely trending up, making higher highs, higher lows. Well, it didn't make a higher high yet, but it's making higher lows right now. So right now we're pressing up against a trend line on the daily time frame, and we're retesting the fair value gap on the daily. So we also had a fresh break of structure with that aggressive move up, a pullback to retest that level, another pop up, and another pullback, and another sweep, like 2 sweeps back to back on 2 days on Circle. So this is compressed energy. When it releases it, it's gonna either release it hella down to the downside or hella up to sweep at like 133. So it's gonna make an aggressive move pretty quick. Let's see with the 2 hour, 1 hour. Yeah, it's just compressing right now. Definitely gotta wait, be a little patient on this one. All right, Snow. Since software is making a comeback, you know, Snow is one of those candidates. You can catch Snow pretty early. So you can see the aggressive wick at the bottom, and then, you know, with this move on the monthly time frame, looking at the 2 week, nothing special there. Looking at the week, you're inside. Well, I think you closed right above it. Did we close right above it? Yep, close right above this bullish order block, but we need to reclaim the 12 EMA on the weekly time frame for it to actually make a move. But right now we're looking at a potential. We're looking at a potential right now. So that's why I put this one on the watch list. The 3 day just got a fresh inverse arc, closing above the 12. Now we're pressing against up the WTMA cloud. So once we, well, actually, this is why I put it on here. The WTMA inverse arc and the 12 on the 3 day is about to cross over on the WTMA cloud. Everybody in the Wolfpack knows that when that 12 crosses that daggone WTMA cloud, you get moves like this. So cross right here, big pop up, come down. It didn't cross until here, but it crossed up right there. And that was a $41 move, and that was with already momentum behind it. So the daily would probably tell a better story right here or right here. Let's see, cross right here. Yeah, I'm just gonna play it until it crosses back over. Right here, that's $65 in 37 days. So Yeah, be on lookout on snow, because on the daily we already crossed it twice. Got in, consolidated. Now we cross with actual aggression, with a sweep and a pullback and another sweep off of the 12. So right now, snow is looking real, real poised to make a big move. All right, hustle. All right, man. Now Apple played me today. I got some lottos at the end of the day, thinking they finna pop up. Well, they did. They just didn't pop up enough. But on the month, Apple is looking crazy good. 2 week, oh yeah. Fresh breaker structure and a trigger time frame triggered. So Apple looks good on 2 week for sure. Fresh inverse arc too, with the 12 right behind it and breaking out of the WTMA cloud. So ooh-wee. And they beat earnings already by 1.73 billion. They about to have crazy cash flow. Okay. And then they just got to deal with Intel for developing chips. So if they improve their chips, they improve their product. They improve their product, more people buy it, except me. I'm not buying Apple. Trash. Yeah. The ticker gonna look immaculate. All right, so on the weekly, we got a fresh level 3 floater. That is crazy. With a breaker structure and a trigger as well. How many dollars? It moved up 13.18 this week. Hey, she ain't paying attention. She over there sleep. She getting one of her midday naps. So on the week, got a level 3 floater, breaker structure, and a trigger that fired. So this is where you want to do those fibs on Apple. Fib extensions to see the future levels. Oh, oh, my bad. 3-day looks crazy too. You got what, 9 days of straight level 3 candles. So that's good. The daily, where is it? Oh, the trigger is the actual floater, because I was like, why is it protruding through? Because it closed under. Okay, so the trigger on the daily fired off of a floating candle. They might get a pullback. I don't know. They got an event in June. But they gonna release the iPhone 30. Think we may sell the news. Cause you know they do like 2 iPhones a year. Hey, Apple look good. Let me look at the fibs. Oh, not fib, fib extension. Oh, here we go. This is another reason why I made the fib and fib, because it does stuff like this. And I'm like, dude, this is not useful. So let's look at the 3-day. Here we go. So there goes a liquidity level up there at 306. 306 again, same level. Let's see, 306.16. Yeah, same level on the 3-day and the weekly. And then 303 on the 2 week. And then 324 on the monthly. So those, yeah, it definitely got some more upside. So look at the month. So this is same pattern I be telling you. So you got this old high, breaker structure, pull back, boom. Every time. So yeah, Apple about to make a move, and it's channeling up too. If you can see it, you see how it's just channeling up the whole time. About time Apple moved. Apple used to just sit and like the whole tech would be ripping, and Apple's like, nah, I don't want to participate. And then I just put Iran on my list because Nvidia invested like, I forgot how much, like 1.6 billion or something like that. Let's see. Oh, my bad. 2.1 billion. Yeah, you know. They bought 30 million shares of Iran at $70. Golly. So wait, how you buy it at 70? Dude, it's at 60 something. You overpaid, Nvidia. What are you doing? So if they bought above ask, that means bullish action is basically baked in. It's like guaranteed almost. So if they bought 2.1 billion at 70 and prices at 60, man, ooh wee. Hey, top down on Iran ASAP. Footnote. Yeah. Yeah, if they buying above ask, that's the same thing as a block order on options. So when these institutions buy above ask and they buy like 5,000 contracts at a certain price, it triggers those CTA machines. And that's how you get the cheddar flow and the deep flow. What dark flow? Deep flow? Something like that. Dark pool. You get those kind of orders. That what triggers those dark pool indicators and stuff. So let's take these fibs off. Monthly look good. Rejected the 12 downside move last month. You can't call them a monopoly if they sharing deals with the rest. Hey, man. Yeah. Let's see. Look at the, ooh, okay. We just got a fresh sweep on the weekly. Okay, so expect us a slight pullback. I think we're gonna probably pull back to this, what's this, previous week high or this WTMA cloud area. And then, you know, consolidate a little bit and then try to pop up. It would have been a little better if we got a breaker structure, you know, closing above here. Then you can already anticipate the pullback to that breaker structure area. Let's see, 3-day. 3-day got a level 3 candle, but it's still swept. And on the daily, yep, okay. Ooh. Breaker structure, pop up, pull back, pop up, and sweep. Okay. And then you can already see, you know, once we clear, what's this? 64. Actually, I'm gonna put it over here. 63.59. So I would say $64. That we can move up to $75. Yeah, hey, let me know when that pullback happens, because I know I don't keep up with tickers to save my life. I be having too many of them. Then APP. APP is putting in a higher low. I can see that on the monthly time frame. So it definitely has to do that. Looking at the 2 week, we're starting the arc. So we've been consolidating. So that's good. So now we're just building up momentum. On the weekly, we got this clean arc. So you can see accumulation a little better with the wolf chart, because, you know, once we have those elongated, you know, WTMA inverse arcs or bearish arcs, that's how you know that accumulation and distribution is in play. So when you see like an arc forming over weeks, that means institutions just loading up their position. And then when they, you know, when they ready to move it, it's gonna move. Cause on a weekly basis, APP moves $76. I can't imagine the price of that contract. Oh, that's too rich for my blood. It went down $30 today though. Three-day still holding above the 12, so that's good. Let's see what the daily look like. Ooh, I would definitely wait for APP to get above 527, just to be on the safe side, because I don't want to get chopped up in and those ticker that moves $29 a day. That's gonna be a lot of chop. It might chop down 14 bucks and then chop back up 20. And then you be like, man, I think I should sell. And by the time you think about selling, it's gonna chop right back down 40 bucks. So yeah, definitely wait till it get above 520. It pays so good. You don't even have to worry about the cost to get in when you know where it's going. But these least too expensive for me. Anyone have a baby tickle? Man, dude, day trades for me, no swings. Hey, I'm trying to get my day trade game up. Trying. Circle is up 2% already. I don't know what they got going on. Oh, they got earnings in 3 days. Ooh. Okay. Nokia up a 1.5%. BE up a point and a half. Man, what is going on? What are the futures doing? Oh, futures closed for the weekend. That's why. Dude, NQ moved up 650 points today. Oh, if I didn't have a consistency rule, Lord, look at that. KO. Oh, hey, I already see it. Break, consolidate, bow. And what was this level I marked out? Was I showing somebody something? I'm not sure. I think I did this for a video. Out of here. All right, monthly looks good. Holding above the W10 May. Dude, 650? Sheesh. What? Man. You see that 12? Oh, where? 12 crossing up. On what time frame? Oh, right here? I think this is what month that is. December? You talking about right there on the monthly? So, go back to day. I might be tweaking. What time frame am I on? Uh-oh. That lets you know I'm getting up there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm getting up there, man. All right. So on the monthly, I already kind of see it trying to flag. So we got a fresh breaker structure, a continuation off of earnings, a pull back to that same breaker structure level, another tap of that breaker structure level. So now this level is the support, like probably no matter what, until some bad news pop up. So now we're above the 12 on the monthly currently. Looking at the 2-week, fair value gap was where it kept bouncing at, so that's good. Looking at the weekly, ooh, I like this. So that's what I meant by flagging. I knew it was flagging on some time frame because I can see it. So right here, oh, that ain't the right one. Trend line. Boom, I'm gonna use that one. And then I'm gonna use that. So now you already see it, bottom of the staff right here, large drip up. Now you got this compression that's happening right here. So you already got an arc that's about to arc on the weekly. So it's looking pretty good. It looks like it can break out pretty soon. 3 day. Oh, but see, that's how. See, look at that. Look at that. You see that? I was off by I don't know, but look at that. So you already see the pattern off rip. You got a 3 day reclaiming at 12 with 9 days of floating candles. So pressing up against this trend line. So now all you need is a break above this trend line for price to go up to about 81 to 82. And then it's gonna sweep, wait for the consolidation, and then once it breaks the top of a 3 day candle above 82, that's when another rip is gonna happen. And then you can get your earning contracts on KO at that point, because they have earnings in July. Yeah, the latter of July. So I mean, that'll be a good run up. And the daily trigger fire consolidation. So now we might get a small little pullback. It could come down here and sweep again, but we'll see how that plays out. But KO looks good. APPX. Fisherman cooking. He come in cooking. Look at that 3-day, Manny. I know you see it. Watch her say the baby chicken move too slow. Have y'all been seeing MU? Did you see MU today? Dude, this is stupid. It went up 100 today. Oh man. Whew. Marbazu candle, may I add. All bullish action. That thing crazy, dude. I don't even know how you even like let me see. How you even catch this move? Let's see. So you ain't catching it on the 15. For sure you're not catching it on the 15. Unless you get in right here off this breaker structure. And then this last candle is $5.37. The last 15 minutes is $5.37. So imagine how cheap that contract was. At the end of the day, it probably was still like $300-$400, honestly. Let's see if you can get in on the 5. You're gonna have a crazy arc up. I mean, honestly, you could get in on the 5 because it's trigger fire on the 5, and then you just box out your candles. You box out that break candle, and then, you know, oh yeah, oh, you got it on a pullback. Oh, talking about this right here, the third candle. Was it this one? Gotta have that alligator skin, man. Look here. Not yet. I bet, man, I can't even imagine how much you had to pay. Cause it gapped up already $44. So it was already up $44 when it opened. That's insane. Let me see. Oh. STX is giving. Ooh, I don't know, man. It pulled back something serious though. Shout out to Joyous Wolf. Oh yeah, she be finding some gems. So if y'all looking for an ETF for chips, look at Dram. They're fairly new on the market. They IPO'd at $29 and they've been only on the market since April 26th. And you know, they're already up to 52.80. So yeah, I think they got options too. Yeah, they do have options. They do have options. So look, 2 months. This is crazy. Oh yeah. Golly. Look at that. That's crazy. Fresh. Ooh, look at that 2 hour. Circuit structure, inverse arc, float. Yeah, this thing about to go. Nothing but breaker structures all the way up. Damn. Oh, what time is it? Oh yeah, I got a session. Yeah, anybody got some questions? Shoot some questions to me. Make sure you hit that like button though. I know I did the research. So you tell me you did the research and you ain't send it to us? Ooh. Dang. I thought we were family. Vin Diesel. Oh yeah, what you got, Kevin? My question is, did my crew buy some? Shoot, I ain't even know. I found out about that ticker like 2 days ago. I did a stock plan. Where at? Oh man, don't tell me I gotta go look at some more channels. Sean posted it. Oh, I know I told him about it probably like 2 days ago. I was like, hey bro, look at Dram. Oh, that was yesterday when I asked him in the Discord. Yeah. So you probably said it way before then. In the main chat, she did. Yeah. Oh, it was yesterday? Dude, no way. Dang. So we said it the same day? Cause I be bothering Sean at work. And I know he'd be tired of me, going there. Hey man, go look at this. Go look at this. Yeah, Dram look like it's gonna go crazy. I just don't wanna. I'm waiting for like at least a solid pullback, but man, them daggone memory stocks really ain't giving pullbacks. Dang, Brown Wolf, it was 2 weeks ago. Dang. Kevin, what's your question? SDNK up 4,000%. Yikes. 1,500? What the? I almost said something. Dude, this thing was just at like 1,000 like a week ago. Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah, they need that kind of pullback right there again. Man, I missed that one. Right into a fair value gap, and it goes up $222 the next day. But you gonna spend about 40 grand getting the call on them bad boys. That's gonna be one of them SPX contracts, like times 10. Sheesh. SPX is trash right now. Yeah. I mean, it's alright, but it don't give the moves that I want. It might have to move to NDX, man. I need me a house in the Bahamas. Yeah, don't always. We need VIX, yeah. Hey, don't say that. Don't say that 3 times. You know what happened. You know what's gonna happen over the weekend. You already know. They already announced that, they had a ceasefire in the Ukraine and Russia war. I don't even know why we announced that, by the way. It ain't like all we doing is supplying Ukraine stuff. I don't even know why we even announced that. But this is what's going to happen. Russia is going to be like, we want to still take over your country. I'm not going to abide by this ceasefire. So look at it. I told Sean at work, Hey man, on Sunday around 6 o'clock, Russia is gonna attack Ukraine, and then we gonna gap down, fill the gap, and then consolidate. I didn't tell them that part though, the consolidation part. But they definitely gonna violate that ceasefire. All right. It's about that time. I gotta prep for a session. If y'all ain't got no questions, I'ma go ahead and let this music ride out to the sunset so y'all can enjoy y'all weekend. I already took up an hour and a half of y'all time. I definitely don't want your weekend wasted, like starting to be wasted on me, you know what I'm saying? So, hope y'all found some value in the live. Make sure y'all share it if you can, like it, comment. I need a little bit of engagement, man, you know what I'm saying? So, hope y'all have a great weekend. Stay blessed, and Creole out.